Hi, welcome to Chittarupa Yoga and Fitness. I'm Laura Wilson, 200-hour certified yoga instructor. And today, let's do a full body yoga workout with the addition of a ball. Ball is definitely optional for this one. Some of it's going to maybe be better for us not to use the ball, and I'll let you know when those times come up. But if you have one handy, go ahead and grab it so you can use it, and we'll meet right here on our mat. So let's just begin with a few deep breaths with the ball right here at our navel. Inhaling just into our belly, exhaling, letting the ball sink into our body. Inhaling and exhaling through our nose. And we're going to step out wide, turning sideways on our mat. So let's inhale here. Exhale and come forward. So with or without our ball. And now we're going to inhale and bring it up. We're going to take the ball right to the back of our head, right there where our neck curves, and just let it act like a pillow. Elbows open wide, opening and lengthening the front of our body with the support of the ball at our neck. On an exhale, let's fold forward. Breathing as deeply as we can. And we're going to bring it back up. Back to the back of the neck, underneath the head. Elbows wide. Breathing deeply again. We've got our chest open here. And let's come forward one more time. And up, back to the back of the head. And then we'll bring the ball to our chest. Now let's open up a little bit here, dropping our toes open, our knees open. And we're just going to take it to a little squat here, and we're going to press up. So let's think about inhaling up, exhaling as we sit back, and we're going to add some side-to-side movement. Up, center, side, center. And moving with our own breath. Let's do one more. We'll come back to the center. Feet underneath our hips. All right, let's take it here to a chair flow, hips pressing straight back. And we're going to add a little twist. One hip, then the other. Let's come back to the center. We'll step up to the top edge of our mat. And let's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. We're going to step back to our plank. And we're going to hold the ball right there between the hands. So we can stay right here and hold our plank regular, or we can begin to roll the ball back and forth. Oops, if you control it, or place it. You might have to place it. Let's take it to downward dog or child's pose. We'll come down to our hands and knees. Now this next one is optional. We're going to come to our belly with the option of squeezing the ball between our thighs, if you want. And we'll take our hands back, let's squeeze the ball, and we're going to lift. So following Shalapasana or locust pose, our nose pointing down toward the floor. And let's release. We can let our head rest to one side, or I personally prefer Just letting ourselves come straight down, forehead on the top arm. And let's go ahead. We're going to bring our hands underneath our shoulders. Let's really squeeze the ball this time. Keep our legs down. And just inhale forward and up. Exhale down. Feeling that energy as we squeeze our thighs, that energy running up through our core. On this next one, let's lift and squeeze and hold. And release. We might even take our legs out a little wide. Turn our knees out just a little bit. Breathing into our belly. We really want to focus on breathing into our belly right here. Let's bring our legs back in. We're going to press up to hands and knees for child's pose or downward dog. And we have the option, if we take child's pose, of letting our head rest on our ball. Let's bring our hands forward. We're going to walk our hands and feet together. Put that ball aside. Forward fold. And let's bring ourselves up. And just step wide. We're going to circle our hips one way. And let's take it the other way. All right, let's find our ball again. And we'll step to the back edge of our mat. Let's step 1 foot forward. And we'll find warrior 1. So ideally, we'll have our heels lined up down the mat, but if you need to, keep the feet staggered hip distance, just for stability. And we can keep the ball at our chest. We can reach it up overhead. And we're actually going to hold the ball in front. Let's keep elbows bent for this one. We're going to twist toward our front knee. Let's come back to the center, and this time, maybe we'll do this with our arms extended, twisting from our navel toward the front knee. And let's come back to the center, back to our warrior. And we're going to bring the ball to our waist. Let's straighten both legs. Now use the ball here like I'm about to, or just hold on to it, or even set it aside with these next few. But if possible, let's roll the ball down, finding our pyramid pose. Remembering not to lock out our knee. Drawing our back hip forward. We can even use the ball for a little stability on the floor. But let's take our hand to our calf, and we're going to open up into triangle pose. So here, let's add some movement, exhaling down, inhale, opening up. See if we can do this from our core instead of just the arm. See if we can get our whole body involved in this movement. We can also do it with the elbow bent. But let's find our triangle again and hold. And we'll come back to our pyramid. Rolling back up or just lifting up. Let's come back to warrior 1. Let's twist again, arms long or even closer, whichever works better for our body. We're all listening to ourselves. And we'll come back to the center. This time we're going to take the ball to our lower back and hold it there as we lift up, and then just let ourselves round back over the ball. Elbows back, shoulders back, and then it's up to you. Either stay straight, looking straight ahead, or taking the gaze up. That will change our focus. It will change our balance. And let's tuck our chin wherever we are, lifting up, and we're going to step our feet together back to mountain pose for just a moment. Let's check in and see how we're feeling. We were just lunging and working on one side. We're probably, at least I'm feeling some different things on each side of my body right now. So just notice that. Let's be aware of what we are feeling. And let's step to the back of our mat again, stepping forward with our other foot. We're going to start with that warrior one. Same thing, lining up the feet. We're keeping them staggered. Whatever is better for our body. And we may find that it's different on this side. Let's bring the ball in front, elbows bent for this first twist. Crown of our head reaching tall, twisting toward the front knee. Let's bring it back to the center, and then try again, maybe with the arms long this time. And let's come back to the center, warrior one. And let's bring the ball to our hips, straightening our front leg. Think about drawing the back hip forward, and again, roll the ball down, or just hold it and go down. Balancing here, we're using the ball for support. And let's go ahead and take our hand to our thigh and open up to our triangle. Adjusting if we need to. And here again, we're going to look at adding that flow, exhaling down, inhaling up, working our whole body here, our whole core, not just moving the arm. And let's take this back up to our triangle, folding back into our pyramid, rolling or lifting the ball up, back to warrior one. And we'll try that back bend on this side, taking the ball right there into that curvy part of the small of our back, elbows and shoulders back, gazing straight ahead, or taking a look up. Now let's draw in our navel, lifting ourselves up and bringing it back together. And again, let's take a little observation, noticing how we're feeling now, what we're feeling in our body. And we're going to step out wide. So let's turn sideways on our mat. And let's find that forward fold again. Now it's possible that some people would be able to take their head to the ball. Don't try it if it's not comfortable. Now let's bring ourselves back up. We're going to go back to that opening stretch we did before. Maybe we'll find a little bit more of a back bend this time. See if we get our elbows back far enough that we can't see them out of the side of our eyes. And we can even exercise our eyes looking at each one back and forth. Let's come back to the center, forward fold. Now let's bring ourselves up and back in, and we're going to bring the ball to our belly and just find our belly breath again. Breathing through our mouth as we need, and just seeing how long it takes us to get back to breathing through our nose. So just continue to breathe here. Thanks again for joining me. Make sure to check out some of the other videos. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. And leave me some comments. Let me know what you liked about today's video. If there's something you didn't like, something else you would like to have done. And just let me know what you think, all right? And what you're going to see in the future. Let's take one more big breath together. See you next time.